And so while I know you guys have a lot of confidence in Carson Beck, there's a lot of pieces in between that you have to replace. Your top 5 pass catchers. How do you kind of balance your guys' expectations around they have a lot of talent, but it's relatively unproven to a degree at this level? How do you kind of look at your receiving core going into Sunday?
Oh, okay. So, I mean, there's 2 questions. So, one, I think that I'll work backwards. I'll start with the receiving core. There's lots of talent. There's going to be more rotation from Miami in terms of who plays this year. Last year, we had 4 receivers. It was set it and forget it. It was going to be some combination of Sam Brown, Jacoby George, Isaiah Horton, and Xavier Restrepo. Might be all 4 of them, but it's probably going to be 3 of the 4 of them. Add in Elijah Arroyo at tight end, which allows you to be multiple with your formations if you have him out there as opposed to a 4th true receiver. But it was basically, so even if I were to put in Arroyo, it was them 5 dudes. That's it.
Yeah.
This year, you're going to see a lot more names. You're going to see a lot more rotation. I am working on my responses for our Q&A with One Foot Down, our sister site over on SB Nation, the Notre Dame blog. And this is one of the questions. And like, I listed no fewer than 10 pass catchers between tight end and wide receiver who could reasonably play, And so I think it's going to take a couple games to really separate who those top 8 are going to be. But I fully expect it's going to be way more by committee at receiver than it was. Yeah, because it was really just, okay, these dudes are all going to go pro. We got young guys with talent like Josiah Trader, who's going to start this year. He was a 5-star. He played in high school with Jeremiah Smith. Now, I know Jeremiah Smith is Jeremiah Smith, right? But he was another 5-star receiver on the same team. Everybody in America wanted JoJo Trader, right? So he has the talent. You got to go show it. 2 years ago, CJ Daniels had almost 1,100 yards and 10 touchdowns at Liberty. Had a foot injury last year at LSU. Everybody's forgotten about him. He's somebody who can go hoop. You know what I mean? Keelan Marion, first-team All-American as a kick returner, but he has 3 seasons with 20 or more catches in his career between Connecticut and BYU. He's somebody else who can go. Tony Johnson has almost 130 career catches. And those are just the veterans, not even bringing in the Malachi Tonys, who I'm really high on him. I think that he's going to be the guy. I know Ray Joseph is fighting for playing time as well. I'm sold all in on Malachi Tony. And there's others as well. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot more by rotation than you just, stapled on these 4 or 5 dudes.
Sure.
And so that is going to be the thing that really changes. I think that you can really have guys who are specialized in their roles. Like last year, we definitely had the jack of all trades at a high level in the receiver room. I think that you might have, a master of 1 or 2. And it's like, cool, you go out and do these things. You go out and do these things, and you can package them together in different iterations so you can run the schemes that you want to run. So that's kind of how I view the receiver room. Elijah Lofton, Elijah with no H. That is the correct spelling for anybody wondering. He's Brevin Jordan 2.0. I mean, they're both south of 6'3", 240 pounds. They wear number 9. They both went to Bishop Gorman. I can't, they just have different names, but they're the same dude. So if you look at the way that we used Brevin Jordan, I know it was a different staff and a different time, but those are the things that Elijah Lofton is going to be able to do. He can be in the backfield. You can hand him the ball. Like, we moved him to running back before when he was early enrollee before last season because our running back room was so thin at the time with injuries and things like that. So he can be in the backfield. He can play fullback. He can play H-back. He can move. He can be your interior pass option. He can put him outside. You can run trick plays. You can do all kinds of different things. So he's definitely a Swiss Army knife, and I think that we're going to utilize him in those kind of ways. If you're looking for your traditional inline tight end, Alex Bowman transfers over from Tulane, so he offers that. And then we have 2 freshmen in Luka Gilbert and Brock Schott who are also in that kind of a way.